Life's a sprint, not a marathon? No. Life's a marathon, not a sprint? No. Life is merely the word we've given to describe the eternal presence of existence. Life can't be described in one word. It's way more detailed and beautiful than that, and in this video I'm going to break down what I think life truly is, why that revelation completely changed my life, what being one with the universe actually means, and why oneness of the self and the universe is ultimately the most enjoyable way to live life, how to live purely in the present moment and why doing so will form a life of pure satisfaction, and therefore why life is neither a marathon nor a sprint. I'm leaving that stutter in, and that is much more beautiful than just those singular words. The video will close with 7 real life practical tips that you can go and use that will take a normal boring situation and make it enjoyable. If you want to skip to the end and get those 7 tips, just go to the bit where I'm at the whiteboard, because if that's all you want, that's all you want. But if you want a more juicier, detailed description of what life truly is, stay tuned. So let's start off by defining it. I think that we have given a one-word description to something that cannot be described with one word. And the reason I say that is because I don't think it helps you whatsoever to describe life and reality as just life. Let me chuck this perspective at you. What if you didn't see life as an external thing? What if you didn't see it as an internal thing? And what if you saw it as the exact same thing that you are? What if it's the exact same thing that you are? I'm going to spend the next 40 minutes to an hour breaking this down, but we've got to start with that. Is that what is life? I think life is a vessel. I don't think it's external, and I don't think it's internal. I think it's a vessel for you to do exactly what you want to do. That's going to vary from time to time. I have changed what I wanted to do 1,000,000 times in my life. But maybe I was supposed to do that in order to get to the point where I'm at now, where I feel a lot more clarity. I'm still struggling with loads of things in my life. But because I know that life is a vessel, and it is the equivalent of you being in the car and setting a destination and going to that destination, but on the way also experiencing loads of different things. It's not, life isn't just let's get to the end and let's get to the end, head down, do what we need to do, conform to all the things that we don't even really agree with, head down, head down, head down, and then we'll get to the end and we'll retire and it'll be sweet by then. When we retire it'll be sweet by then, but that's a load of balls. If you're constantly living your life for the next moment, wait until the weekend to have a fun time, wait until the evening to enjoy your life because your whole day at work has been shit, that is not what life is. That is not what I think life truly is. The reason I say vessel is because I think it's a great word to describe you not always having to picture and stress about every single thing that you're doing. Sometimes you are just supposed to exist, and if you've using the vessel life to just exist for that day or for that moment, then you've done your job. You've done what you were supposed to do. Whereas if you were using the vessel to do things that you didn't really want to do, that weren't truly like your desires, you were doing things to please other people, you'd basically be driving in a direction that you never ever want to get to the end destination of. Even the bit in between, like I said, you're not waiting for the end destination. There is a goal at the end and you need to set goals. But where the joy of life truly happens is the in-between bit, is in the struggle, is in the real tests of your own willpower and your own emotions. I get a lot of this knowledge from Alan Watts. I listened to a lot of his lectures when I was a kid, and whenever he describes things like life, and he basically goes, you can't put one word to it, You can't put one word to it, because how is that going to explain what it truly is? Like this flower pot, yeah, I can say that is a flower, but I can only say that is a flower because we've decided that what I'm looking at right now, all of the intricate details of this, is called a flower. Now that really helps. It really helps. Because if you spent life not knowing what things were called, and not being able to identify something with one word, like this is a flower, you'd be an idiot. You'd be walking around like an absolute idiot, okay? But the reason why I have a problem with describing things like life with one word is because it is so much more detailed than that, and it is not as simple as that. This is as simple as that. I mean, you could say there's way more geometry to it, there's way more going on than that. It's not just a flower, you could see this as way more, of course you could. But it helps us to describe that as a flower. It doesn't help you to describe life as just life. So life is a vessel, and life is... Say life one more time, mate, how about that? And life is something we take for granted. So the way for you to have a new perspective on what life truly is, and the way that's going to completely change your life, is if you look at it in this way. Everything that's going on around you is not going on around you. It is not external and it's not internal. It is simply you. And that brings me on to my next point of being one with something. The definition of being one with something is you can't have one without the other. For example, my eyes, if I'm looking at my phone, this phone would not exist if I didn't have eyes to see it, like that. If I close my eyes, it's not there. I'm holding it, but I know it's a phone. I know I'm holding my phone because I know what a phone looks like. If you never ever had seen one or felt one before, without my eyes, I'd have no idea it was there, and therefore it wouldn't exist. It might still be there, the phone still might be there, but if I don't have eyes, it doesn't exist in my own perspective, in my own life. So if you're walking around thinking that everything that's going on isn't one with you and isn't the exact same as you, all of the emotional distress, the depression, the anxiety, the stressful thoughts, that everything that's going on, you'll think is happening to you. You're going to think it's happening to you. It's not, it's happening for you. That switch that for me completely changed my life. It changed the way I looked at literally everything. Like, oh wait, this tiredness isn't happening to me. This negative emotion isn't happening to me. This positive emotion, this amazing thing isn't happening to me. It's happening for me and with me. So any negative situation that goes on from now, you can now look at it, and instead of going, fucking hell, this is happening to me again, bloody hell, victim mindset, you can go, this is happening for me, it's rubbish what's happening right now. Don't lie to yourself, don't just walk around being happy about everything, because sometimes things don't feel good, but it doesn't mean you need to be sad and you need to be distraught about it. It just means you need to look at it in a way where it is also you. I'll give you an example. Let's say you go out for the day and someone comes up to you and says something to you that is objectively mean, it's objectively horrible, it's not even really true. They're just trying to get at you and they're trying to really just affect your mood. You've got two options. You either go, this is happening to me, this external person's really just pissed me off, like, why did you even say that? That hurt my feelings, what's going on there? Is that what you want? There's nearly always two options in life, I think. Everything isn't black and white, but you've nearly always got like I could choose to react this way, or I could choose to react this way. And that way that I just described then, that wasn't nice, was it? I didn't feel nice. To feel stressed, to feel annoyed at that person. That didn't feel nice. So if you want to feel enjoyment from life and satisfaction, choose the other option every single time. Take the high road, for a cliche term. Take that negative situation where that person has been horrible to you, and you don't have to be happy about it, but don't be sad about it. Just be satisfied that that person hates their life that much, yeah, you are so much better in your life because you have chosen option 2 to just be one with the world, that you can now see that person as just an absolute idiot that has their own insecurities. But if you chose option 1 and you didn't know that life was a vessel for you to do whatever you want to do, and that you are one with everything that's going on instead of everything's external, you would then have chosen the best option, and you will walk away, and there's 2 people, you're gonna walk away from the situation like, that person's an absolute idiot. I'm so glad that they're going through their shit and they're feeling shit, because it allows me to identify that I'm pretty good, and that other person's gonna walk away going, they didn't even feel like offended by that. The only reason I did that was to hurt their feelings, and it didn't even hurt their feelings. How brilliant is that? When I was at school, I used to get, you could call it bullying. I'm going to call it bullying. I'm not afraid to say it. It wasn't physical bullying. It was just repeating the same thing over and over again. I used to get taken the piss out of my voice. I hit puberty a little bit late, about 17, 18. For some people it might have been even later, but I went to an all boys school, and a lot of those boys hit puberty about 14, 15, so their voice was deeper, they had more hair, they were just more confident and had more testosterone. I didn't. My voice wasn't deeper, it hadn't really broken yet, but I decided that I'm going to put on a bit of a deep voice because I didn't like the way my voice sounded, and I wanted to sound like everyone else that had hit puberty. I wasn't really doing it that consciously, but in hindsight I clearly was, and they used to take the piss out of me for it all the time. All the time. And it used to get to me to the point where I'd be in the shower just like, oh, God, I hate you. God, I hate you. God, you're so annoying. Why would you do that to me? And it would completely affect every single thing that I used to do. Everything. To the point where my head's in my hands now because I'm remembering the feelings. It was horrible. It used to eat me up all the time. Even when I'd be doing something that wasn't even with them or wasn't anywhere near them, a complete separate day, the thought would come into my mind and it would ruin my mood. And that's the crux, isn't it? That's where all of what I just described, you can apply, and that's what I apply now. If those boys did that same thing now, I would make them look like such idiots. Not by what I said, not by because I'd have a great comeback, by how I'd behave and how I'd react to that situation, which would basically be, do you honestly think that I care what you think about me? Do you honestly think I care? I am completely one with the world. I know exactly what's going on. I know what reality is. I know that reality is me being put on this earth as a human to enjoy it the best I can. That is what it is. Life is a vessel for me to enjoy it as best as I can. I would then be walking away from the situation with them having not made me visibly be red and get annoyed and be stressed out, and then I know in myself that I'm not stressed out. I'd walk away with such satisfaction, and that's what I do every single time there is a situation like that. But the only way I've done that is by knowing what life is. So that is what life truly is. Let me just conclude it with just that one point. Life is a vessel. It's purely there for you to enjoy it as best as you can and learn all of the lessons that you're supposed to learn. And then to fully embody that, every single situation that you have, be one with the world. Don't think it's external. Think it's one with you. When the bird flies away up in that tree, when the bird flies away from that tree, not flies into the tree, otherwise it would die. Well, actually it wouldn't, because it would just land. I don't know what I'm on about. If a bird flew away from that tree, you are not looking at that bird going, that is separate from me. You're looking at it going, that is me. It is the same as me. And that isn't just a woo-woo throwaway statement that doesn't help you. That helps you with everything. That helps you with everything. That external thing that's going on, that's me. That interview that's going on, that I'm really scared of, that is external from me. It's not external from you, it is me. So why am I scared? It's part of what's going on. If everything, it's just like my foot. If I randomly looked at my foot, I'm not going to be like, oh bloody hell, that's scary. Ever. I'm never ever going to do that. And that example is there because I'm so used to it and I'm so one with it that my foot could never do anything that would scare me. So if you can apply that to everything in life, be one with everything that's fucking going on, nothing's ever going to worry you, nothing's ever going to stress you out because you know it's part of you. My finger could never stress me out because it's me. My ears could never stress, well they could if they were really inflamed and annoying, which they are right now. But it's still me, I'm not going to be worried about it, so stop thinking that everything that's going on isn't also you. That brings me on to my next point, which does link. How to live purely in the present moment. How do you live purely in the present moment? It's not easy. I wouldn't say it is easy. It's very simple. I wouldn't say life is very simple. I'd say there's some things in life that are very simple, and this is one of them. Being in the present moment. How do you do it? I've got a few techniques that I use. One of them being be annoyed and feel shame if you are supposed to be enjoying someone's company and you're not. You're thinking about something else. You're somewhere else. You might think that you're there because you are there, you're physically there, but are you emotionally, spiritually and mentally there for that other person and for you? Because every time there is a situation where you're in someone's company and you are getting too in your own head, that will completely take away from the pure joy and the satisfaction that you would get if you were to just be completely in that present moment. So that's my first technique. The next time you're with someone, it's easier when you're with someone than when you're on your own. And they're talking, their voice is going on, they're talking to you. Listen to every single word they say and don't have an ulterior motive for what you're about to say. Don't be completely blank. Picture a completely white room in your head when that person is talking, and everything they say, completely digest it and let them finish. Let them completely finish. Even if they pause, let that pause go on for 5-10 seconds. And more often than not, that person will actually have something else to say. But if they don't, when they are finished, or when they are finished anyway, respond based purely off what they have said. Whatever response naturally comes to your brain after they have completely finished everything that they wanted to say, then respond. And I can almost guarantee you that response will be so coherent and articulated so well that that person's face will light up. And the reason why I say you're not just doing it for them, you're doing it for you. You're doing it more for you, because if you can truly be present in a conversation with someone, listen to everything that they had to say, and listen to... Sorry, I just saw the brightness is kind of... The sun is just kind of fucking this up. That's a bit better. And you listen to everything that they had to say, they're going to be so happy about that, and you're going to be so happy about that, because the response that they will get, that they will give you, will make you feel so amazing because they are heard. They've been completely heard in what they wanted to say. And they now have an opportunity to speak exactly what they want to speak about. And that is so rare in this current world, because we're all just on our phones and we've lost how to actually communicate with people. It will just be the best feeling. You won't have actually understood how satisfying it can feel when you just let someone talk and you're completely present and you respond in that present moment. It's amazing. It's so satisfying. I do it all the time, and I'm terrible at it because I'm someone that suffers with fucking ADHD. I have a bit of a bugbear with people that put labels on themselves, so I think it puts them in a box and they don't learn from it, they don't try and improve on it, and they just... I've got ADHD, that's it, my life is ruined for the rest of my life. No, that's not how it works. My listening skills, terrible. Absolutely terrible since I was a kid. Sometimes my mum is speaking to me, because I can just be fully honest with her, and she'll say a whole thing, like genuinely will be speaking for like a minute, a list of what I need to do, things that need to be going on, and she'll finish what she has to say, and I'll go, Mum, the only thing I heard was. I'll be like, the only word I heard was yes. Or like the last words she said, all I heard, Mum, was grapes. Like literally, that is all I heard. And she'll look at me and burst out laughing because she knows that I struggle with it. But the reason why she finds it funny is because I admit it. I admitted then that I didn't listen to a single word that she said. All I heard was grapes. That's all I heard. So funnily enough, grapes isn't enough for me to use that in a practical sense. But then from there, because I admitted it, I was then completely in that moment and I listened to every single word she said. So I'm not saying that you're not going to struggle with it and you're not going to have a conversation with someone where you do just completely zone out. Trust me, I do it all the time. The goal is to be aware. That's the goal. The goal of life is to just be aware, is to know that it's just there for you to enjoy it and be aware in every single situation. But if you want to be purely in the present moment, the point that I'm trying to make right now, that's a great one. Don't put loads of pressure on yourself in that moment to get every single word that that person said in your head. But just don't have any pressure. Don't have any ulterior motive. Just be there. Just be there. Don't be physically there. The physical there is going to happen anyway, because funny enough, you're sitting in front of your mate. You don't need to worry about that. Be there emotionally and mentally for that person. And that present joy, that joy of being in the present moment will just arise and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, a way to do it on your own, like right now I'm on my own, if I was to sit in complete silence like right now, there's a lot of noise going on. There's a lot of noise going on. My head starts to say stuff straight away. And the goal of pure present moment satisfaction is to shut that up. No matter what it's saying. Oh my god, I need to plan this, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to think about this. No, you don't. I've got the same lyrics going around in my head over and over again. You don't need to have that. And it takes practice, it does take practice. But in the moment where you finally have no noise in your head and you're fully present and you're just listening, it's fantastic. And that's the third technique. Take those both techniques, which basically are the same thing. You can apply being with someone as the same thing. Just listen and use that. Your ears are your biggest friend when it comes to living in the present moment. And the way you can use it is by understanding what senses you need in certain moments. All of your 5 senses, is it? Obviously, 6th sense is fucking spirituality, all that 4th dimension stuff, which is quite interesting. But all your senses are going on all the time. They're being used most of the time, yeah? But you can actually tap in to them in specific moments of your life and basically give more power to one of your senses in that moment. And what I mean by that is, let's say you choose your ears. To be completely present in any moment, you have to listen to everything that's going on. Don't listen to, I'm talking about real sounds, don't listen to anything that's going on in here, forget that. And remember that this is an external either. But the noises that are going on, that are with you, that aren't in your head, that you think are external, like the trees blowing and all of that, listen to them as clearly as you can possibly listen to them. Open your ears. Forget smell, forget touch, forget all your other senses, just listen. And you'll start to hear noises that you've never even heard before. Genuinely, I will sit here and I'll open my ears and I'll go deeper and deeper and deeper into just listening. I'll hear cars going by on London Road, which is a mile away. I'll hear birds chirping that I know are far away. I'll hear a kid, like, I don't know, laugh about something at the school that's like 2 miles over there. I'm not kidding. Like, genuinely, it's mental how far the sound waves can travel for you to pick something up. Which then, what does that mean? It doesn't just mean, oh my god, you can hear things that are far away. What does that do for my life? It means it's so entertaining. Do you know how entertaining it is to just hear loads of noises that you've never heard before? It's like people that put on the glasses where they see colour for the first time and they start crying because they're experiencing a sense that they've never even experienced before. You are not allowing yourself to experience sound fully by not being in the present moment. If you were not in the present moment, sitting there, your ears would be blocking everything. But if you're truly embodying what it is to be in the present moment, use your ears as the biggest tool. I mean, it encompasses what I said when you're listening to someone anyway. The main goal is to just listen to them. It's all this. It makes me smile because I get so encompassed with life being too boring sometimes and it just not being enjoyable. But start hearing more stuff and going deeper into that, and it will take away from the stress and the worry that you have of life and the future and the past. Fuck the future, fuck the past. It's not real. The past was real. It's not real now. The future is going to be real. It's not real now. It's impossible for anything that isn't happening right now to exist. It is only the existence that is happening in this world is only ever this. So if that's the case, then stop worrying about anything that isn't this. Even if, like today, I want to get loads of stuff done and it's stressing me out and it's worrying me, why is it worrying me? Why is it stressing me out? It doesn't exist. It doesn't even exist yet. The only thing that exists is right now, and the only way to enjoy that existence is to be fully present in it and to be one with the universe. That is the only way to fully enjoy life, is to know that it is a vessel for you to be completely in the present moment, being one with the world. The self and the universe is one thing. God and you are one thing. That's all you really need, isn't it? It's not all you need. It's not all you need once you've got it. Once you've got that understanding, there's going to be loads of other things in life, barriers that get put in your way that make you question that foundation. So it's not all you need for the rest of your life, but it's all you need right now. All you need right now, if you're watching this video, is clarification of the foundations of life. And I hope I've just given it to you. It's not external, it is you. It's not stressful and negative. It's not positive. It's neither of those things, it just is what it is. And therefore, the conclusion that I always derive from it is what it is I get to decide. I get to decide how I feel in every situation. I get to decide whether life is a sprint or a marathon. I can choose if I want to do something really fast. I can choose if I want to do something really slow. I can choose if I want to be happy, if I want to be sad, if I want to be depressed. It's all a choice. There's other things that are going to happen that aren't external, that are going to make you feel like you need to be depressed and you need to be anxious. Sometimes you do, but sometimes you experience that and then you move on. You live in that moment and you move on. You don't wallow, you don't grieve forever. Self-pity, being a victim, walking around this earth, thinking that all of these things are happening to you. None of this is happening to you. It's happening with you. Like, it is literally, that's what this is. But you can't have one without the other. I cannot wash this hand without this hand. Therefore, I need it in order for it to be washed. I cannot see the flowers without having these eyes. Therefore, I am one with those things. I am one with that flower. I am one. This hand is one with this hand, because it needs it to work. Okay, you could say, well, I could just do loads of things with one hand. Brilliant. But that one hand is still one with everything that it's touching. It's the same thing. Camera just cut off, yeah, and it said maximum recording time reached. You do not get to decide, little cameraman, when when I want to stop the video, okay? I'm trying to give some deep, deep wisdom to these man them. And I'm trying to say it very coherently, so... Completely ruined my vibe, but that was the conclusion of that point anyway, so it brings me on to my next point. Do you know what? Fuck it. I don't need no notes. I don't need no notes, because everything that I'm trying to talk about in this video is everything that's coming from here. From here. It's not coming from here. It's not. And those are separate things. Haha. Is it one? Yes, it's one. Because that's the hardest thing with philosophy, is saying something and then going back on it, and then people are like, no, because you said that thing, so how does that make sense? These are separate. They are separate. They're still one, but they're separate. They do different things. That's also very helpful to know, is that if everything is one, if everything is the same, if living in the present moment is the most enjoyable way to live life, but the only way to do that is to feel one with something and to openly listen to everything, but there's also loads of separate things that go on in life that are completely different from each other, that have no relation whatsoever other than them just being one with each other. For example, a brick and a donkey. A donkey and a brick are very, very different. But what purpose do they have? It's exactly the same. It is exactly the same. What does the brick do? Most of the time, the brick is used for houses. Bricks are the building blocks and the foundation to build something so that it has stability, so that it doesn't fall down. And what does a donkey do? A donkey eats things, I don't know what donkeys eat, carrots, walks about, goes to bed, wakes up, maybe has a bit of sex to make more donkeys, and that's it. It creates a life of pretty mundane things. But are those mundane things mundane to that donkey? No. Is that a bad example because donkeys don't have a human brain? No. Just because you've got a way smarter brain and way more complicated brain, what, that means that you're living a life that is completely different? Well, yeah, it is different, but you're living a life that is not one with that donkey. No, that's not true. We complicate life way too much. Way too much. You could take loads of life advice from a donkey, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you could. Because what does it do? It wakes up, it gets its tasks done for the day, which it doesn't see as tasks. Like another word for things. We label things as tasks. That has negative connotations, don't do that. It just gets its stuff done. We've got so many words for things that make it seem like it's a negative thing, and I don't like it. Like, I need to get my task done for today or I'm going to feel shit. That is not how you should be looking at it. It's not at all. It's, I get to do these things. I get to wake up. Even if your life is horrible. I wake up every single day with health issues that completely plague my life. I'm absolutely exhausted. My ears are terrible. My gut. Everything's fucked. Like, it really is. If you know me, you'd know that. If you know me, you'd know that. What are you on about? If you knew me, you'd know that. But if I didn't have this perspective of that none of this is happening to me, it's happening for me, all of my gut issues are happening to get me to realise that my diet and everything has been terrible for too much of my life, that the only way it's going to get better is for me to change my diet. I just completely lost what that point was. But I'm saying all that to say I just completely lost what that was. I'm going to move on because fuck, I hate when that happens. Now is that, you could say that there we go, that's a perfect example. That was me not being in the moment. I was getting too caught up with making a separate point, and I forgot what the point was of what I was truly trying to say. Do you know what? That's all getting left in. That is absolutely perfect. I'm a prime example. I am not making this video saying I've learned all the lessons and you're stupid and this is how I tell you. It's me saying maybe I'm a bit further ahead than the people watching this video, and I have learnt loads of lessons and I feel quite stable in that, but I still fuck up all the time. I'm making a video about how to be in the present moment, and I was just not in the present moment, and I completely lost track of what I was saying. And it's not satisfying. It's fine, because it's just what it is. But it's not a nice feeling when you lose track of what you're saying, especially if you're trying to make a point to someone that you really care about, and you you hate that feeling, you completely lose what you were going to say, and you knew that what you had to say was going to be so helpful and coherent for that person. And you've completely lost it, and then you can't even remember what it is for the rest of the day, and that person doesn't get to hear what you had to say. That's shit. It's one of them things where if life is a vessel, and we know what life truly is, and I get to make it exactly what I want to make it, then I get to choose to reduce the amount of times that I lose track of what I'm saying by not being in the present moment. That's completely up to me. It's not an external thing that's going on that's just going to randomly come into my life. Well, fucking hell, I'm 50 years old now, so I finally can communicate with people, and I finally am in the present moment, and I know what life truly is. There's 60, 17-year-old men, 70-year-old men that I have spoken to, and I'm like, you are a child. You've got no idea what's going on, bruv. You've got absolutely no idea what life truly is, and you never have, and I don't know if you ever are gonna know. That's baffling to me. I'm 25. I came to this realisation when I was like 18, 19. Maybe that's me being lucky, but I don't think it is. I listened to 27 hours of Alan Watts' lectures. No music, no motivational speeches. I listened to hours and hours of a man describing what life is. Like, we don't get taught this shit. You don't get taught how to be depressed, how to be anxious, how to deal with anxiety, what reality is, what life is, what being one with the universe is. You don't ever get taught that. So you've got to teach yourself. Hopefully I'm teaching you right now. This is why YouTube's so brilliant, but you've still got to teach yourself. You can't just listen to this video, walk away and then be like, fucking hell, I've done it. I have done it. I've achieved life. I know exactly what it is now, because like I've said before, you're going to have this perspective and life's going to throw you something that is way hard to deal with, and everything will go out the window. You won't live in the present moment. You're not going to feel like you're one with something, and you're going to be annoyed and you're going to be stressed out. But the thing that separates you from other people that haven't watched this video is you've got the foundation now. Every time that thing happens where the fucking toy's thrown out the pram and you've completely lost what it is of life, you then have my voice saying this. You have your voice saying, oh, I know what life is now. Yes, this is shit and I'm fucking stressed out, but I know what life is. I know that this negative thing that's happening is part of the lessons that I'm trying to learn. I don't need to see it as this horrible thing. It might be a negative thing, but negativity doesn't always mean sadness, horrible feeling. Most of the time when negative things happen to me now, I can spin it around into I wouldn't say positive, because that's just a bit like, can't always turn a negative into a positive, but I definitely turn it into something that's satisfying and something that gives me stability, instead of something that completely spirals me into this horrible thought and life of just turmoil and shite. So I hope that you don't feel as confused as to why you're here. Purpose is a little bit different. I want to do a separate video on how to find your purpose, why finding your purpose encompasses all of this, and is kind of like the next step to the foundations of this. Because once you've found out that you're one with everything and that life just is what it is and it's a vessel for you to enjoy it as best as you can, you then go, well, how? If you know the why, you know why you're here, you then need to know, well, how do I do the things that are going to allow me to enjoy it as best as I can? And that encompasses your purpose. Depression comes from a lack of purpose, and a lot of people I know, a lot of people in this world are really depressed at the moment. So, yeah. I'm going to give you these 7 examples I'm going to write them down on my whiteboard, so I'll quickly just shoot out to my room, but take everything I've said and really feel it and embody it. And don't just treat it as something that's just said. Don't just treat it as a passing statement. Treat it as something that you can embody every single day of your life. And the more that you embody it, and the more you know that you're one with everything, the more easy it will feel to turn to that when you have negative situations going on. It will just be so quick. Just like someone going to the gym that goes to the gym 4 times a week, 5 times a week, and has been doing it for 5 years. They don't really have to think about going into the gym or what they're going to do or how they're going to deal with the fact that they're tired and they've got to pump all this weight. They just do it because it's so quick. Their muscle memory is so quick to do it. Your muscle of your pineal gland, the gland that is used to open up your mind to new ways of thinking and a different perspective of life, train that muscle. Train that muscle as best as you can, and you'll start to see life in a completely different way. And all the mundane, boring things and all the negative situations that happen in your life won't be that negative anymore, and they'll just be things that are happening with you, not to you. Let me give you these 7 examples. Come join me. These are the practical examples that you can use. This is how I'm going to close the video because I think it's important to give you real examples of what you can actually use. Don't lose it, use it. The next time you're doing the dishes, you're going to feel like you don't want to do it. Who really enjoys doing the dishes? What if I chuck it at you this way? What if you looked at it as in doing the dishes as an external from me? What if it's one with me? What if me wiping this plate is the exact same thing as me? So wait, what does that mean? Does that just mean that? No, it means it's deeper than that. It means that if it's one with you, then that means you can enjoy it as much as you possibly want to. You can choose to enjoy scrubbing that dish as much as you want to. Now obviously, it's not going to be the most fun thing in the world. It's never going to be the most fun thing in the world. But is it going to turn a horrible task into a fairly normal one? Yes. Could you turn that normal task into an even more enjoyable one? Yeah, you could play music. You could make that as fun as you possibly make it, but you're choosing to treat it like it's a chore. The word chore, I hate that word. It means that any hoovering, anything you do, any cleaning, just feels like shit. What if you stuck headphones on and hoovered? It's actually really fun. That's number 1. I'm supposed to be using a green pen for this. Obviously we want like a green tick and that bro. Bad weather. I live in England. The weather is bad all the time. But what if you had a plan to go and do something on a really sunny day and it wasn't? It was raining, it was shit, it was grey outside, it was rubbish. Has the world then presented you with an opportunity to get some stuff done, or to get nothing done and to just have a chilled inside one? Yes, it has. We have to do that a lot round here because the weather is bad a lot round here. So I have to apply the techniques that I've just told you in the bit before to this. The weather's bad, so therefore if I'm one with it and we are the same thing and the world actually wants that bad weather to happen, does that mean I then look at it and go, it's shit, don't happen to me, that's bad? Or do I go, do you know what, if it's raining, that's actually going to mean that all these plants that I love to look at and all the woods that I love to walk around are going to be fed? Yes, that's just a great way to look at it, isn't it? That's what I have to do all the time, and it really helps. Bad weather. Ticked off. It's as simple as that, by the way. I didn't go into much detail for that because just every time that the weather stops you from doing the thing that you wanted to do, it is clearly telling you that you need to be doing something else. Or it's telling you that you need to spend all of your effort into making enough money so that you can move to another place, so that you don't have to do this. There will always be a reason as to why the world has done something for you, not to you. When it seems like it's happening to you, it is always happening for you. Walking. Walking might seem like this boring thing. I mean, some people love it. I used to hate it. I love it way more now, but I genuinely used to hate it. I thought it was the most boring thing in the world. I didn't get why anyone wanted to actually do it. I'm going to make this a bit higher. I feel like I keep having to duck. Yeah, it felt like it's boring. Who wants to go walking? But it can be one of the most enjoyable things if you are present in that moment, and if you know that you're one with the universe, and that all the things that you're walking around aren't external to you, they're part of you. It makes it so much more of a personal, enjoyable experience. It makes it feel like you're walking with a mate. It genuinely does. That might seem a bit cringy and a bit lonely, but if there's going to be loads of things in this world where you are lonely, then you have to get pretty good at enjoying the lonely things. And part of that is doing what I just said. If I go for a walk right now and there's loads of birds and trees, and even if there was no birds and trees, it was hustle and bustle, I was in a city, there was loads of people, there's loads of buildings. Use your ears, use your eyes, use your senses to completely absorb everything that's going on like a sponge. Absorb it all. Take it all in. Forget everything that's going on in here. The next time you're walking and you think this is boring, stop being in your own head. Listen to everything that's going on and feel everything, and it will be so much more enjoyable. Look at that bird that flies by and go, cool, that's part of me. I wonder where it's going. Even a passing moment like that can be really enjoyable, but if you're constantly just doing this, walking like this, or you're on your phone walking down, you're taking away the pure enjoyment of life that is always going to be there and is always going to keep prodding you to be like, mate, you're not supposed to do all these crazy things that are really like mad and so enjoyable. You're just supposed to take the enjoyment from the mundane things. That is all that's supposed to happen in this fucking world. Stop complicating things. Waiting in line. Waiting in line can be really boring, can't it? God, it can be boring. One thing that does help is having a kendama. And this is a prime example of being in the moment. Holy shit, this is a prime example of being in the moment. I'm not saying waiting in line you have to have a kendama. I'm just using this as an example of what you could do whilst you're waiting in line. You could do this. You could fucking wait. Let's zoom out on that. You could fucking play this and juggle this about, and have a bit of have a bit of satisfaction from that. Or you could not do that. And you can just be one. Be present. Basically the same techniques apply to all of these, but the reason I'm giving you these real life examples is because these are actually going to happen to you. And if you can have a thing to call to whilst you're in that moment, then it's going to take away from the negativity that's happening. Listen to everything that's going on. If you're waiting in line and there's other people waiting in line, if you're on your own, you still listen, still meditate. Don't listen to everything that's going on there. Just be present and observe what's going on. Be a bit nosy. Like, I'm well nosy when I'm in public spaces. Like I said, if you're on your own, it's a bit different. But if there's loads of other people, mate, listen to what's going on. If someone's on the phone, listen to their conversation. You're not being like horrible to that person by doing that. You're just trying to find entertainment from something that is objectively not entertaining. And that's the secret of life, really, is it? If you can unlock that box, there's always a shitty, rubbish, boring feeling, just like waiting in line. And if you can unlock that box and walk out of it with the key in your hand, like, wait, I'm the only one in this room that can enjoy this situation because I know what life is. I can truly just enjoy everything that's going on because I'm listening and I'm nosy and I'm aware of what's going on, instead of just thinking that all of this is happening to you again, because it's not. It's happening for you. Stuck in traffic. That's a very similar one to waiting in line, so I won't really go into detail of that, but it's the same thing. Take that as an opportunity to have some peace. Fucking hell, when people are like, oh my god, I'm so annoyed, I'm stuck in traffic. What, your stressful life where you're physically exhausted all the time, you're annoyed that you just get to sit for a bit. Why? Why are you annoyed at that? Okay, there's another perspective of it of like, maybe I'm not exhausted, or maybe I just really want to get to this thing on time and I'm stuck in traffic. That's annoying. But funnily enough, your car is not going to get some wings and then fly over the other cars. That's never going to happen. So you're stuck. And if life is what it is and everything happening around you that isn't external isn't happening to you, it's happening for you, then you're stuck. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Enjoy it as best you can. Play music. Find a podcast. If you're actually stuck in traffic where you can't move, do something. Get some admin done that you never have the opportunity to do because you never have any fucking free time. There will always be something you can do that isn't just wallowing in that stuck in traffic that will make you feel... It cut off again, I was saying, and it will make you feel like you will actually enjoy life. I'm not forgetting these points. Injury. My knee has been fucked for the last 2 weeks. It's been... I could barely even walk for the first week. Don't even know what I did to it. It's one of the weirdest injuries in the world. Just randomly started hurting and it's been the most painful thing in the world. I got very annoyed for a little bit, not really that long. I got very annoyed because I was like, oh my god, all these adventure video ideas, all these quest video ideas which I want to be pumping out. I want to do one video like this and then one adventure video, GoPro video. That's what I want this channel to be. And I can't. I have to film these videos, which I'm actually really enjoying, but I couldn't go do any of those videos that I want to film. That's going to get me down, isn't it? No! It actually didn't. It's one of the first times where I could apply these techniques and it works straight away just because I've done it for long enough. The muscle memory is so ingrained in me that I got that injury, I was pissed off, and then I was like, do you know what? Fantastic. Take this as an opportunity to film videos like this. You know, get videos like this done. This is going to run out of battery. Okay, I need to close this. Work. We all hate work. No, we don't. Some people love it. If you don't really like your job, and every single time you're dreading it, use this example. It is not happening to you. You do not. The reason why I point and I get annoyed is because it's fucking annoying. You don't have to work that job if you don't want to work that job. It's okay to quit a job. It's fine. Obviously, if you've got real responsibilities where you need to get money, you still need to get money in, but quit the job and get a really simple job that you know you can get, that you know that's going to bring in some bills, but you don't have to worry about it, and it's not going to stress you out. I go and deliver shopping to people because I don't want to have loads of stress in my job that I really care about, this big career type job, because I want to be doing this. So it really, really benefits me to know that nothing going on is external and happening to me. I choose to go and have a delivery job that I don't really care about, but it gives me no stress, so that when I come home, I can focus on this and I can be one with what the world wants from me and what I want from the fucking world. Life is not happening to you. It's not external. All the birds, the trees, everything going on is not external. It cut out again. I've got to close it now because it's going to go. Nothing happening around you is external. It's all with you. You're one with everything. Embody that. And walk away from this video going, fucking hell, mate. Nothing affects me anymore because I am one with everything. Fantastic. Love you. Goodbye.